know how many of you knew Jeff Scott or not, but Jeff Scott was a very popular pilot, flew around this area especially, did quite well in competitions and was quite tall. Basically he succumbed to cancer that started in his esophagus and spread throughout his entire body. And this competition is in his memory. We have a representative from the American Cancer Society here to talk to us a little bit about cancer prevention, and her name is Maureen Murphy. It's right here.
Okay. Okay, the American Cancer Society is a volunteer health agency, and what that means is they basically utilize volunteer services to do outreach and to spread the word about cancer prevention and cancer research. Scientists have determined that many cancers can be prevented, and they've also determined how to prevent them. And there are a lot of risk factors to watch for. There are things to add to your life, such as a healthy diet, vitamin A, vitamin C, increased fiber, regular exercise. And there are also factors to subtract from your lifestyle, such as cigarette smoking or chewing tobacco use. Alcohol, you want to use alcohol in moderation. You want to subtract high fat, high sugar foods or salty foods, foods that are cured. All of these might lead to cancers such as colon cancer, skin cancer. Of course, you want to watch out for the sun, especially in Southern California. I heard a study recently that said 1 out of 10 people in Southern California will have some sort of skin cancer in their life. And most skin cancers are curable and treatable. However, melanoma is the worst type of skin cancer, and that's not always treatable. So you really want to watch out for those risk factors. And being healthy, eating right, doing exercise is probably the best way to do that. But also watch for the skin cancer and wear a lot of sunblock. Are there any questions? Hereditary factors with regards to cancer? It appears to be that way, and I don't know if they can really determine that because cancer research hasn't been going on that long. It's only been going on in this century, so I don't know if they've really determined that, but they ask you to watch for the hereditary factors, such as if someone has high blood cholesterol, that often tends to run in the family, and other factors like being fair-skinned. People who have a family history of being fair-skinned might also have a family history of skin cancer. So there are some hereditary factors there as well. And it's good to know your family history and then watch for those risk factors.
My name is Bill Bennett, and I've been flying here at Cagle Mountain since 1980, so I guess that makes it 10 years, 11 years. Yeah. I guess the positive aspects of the sport is that it's silent. As far as us are concerned, we have very little impact on the environment here on the mountain. As you can see, we use the road, but as soon as we get up here, we don't drive off the road. And we fly off the mountain in the air. We don't use any fuel other than getting up the road, and we share rides to get up here, 6, 7, 8 people crammed into a vehicle, as many as we can get in. So I would say environmentally this is a low-impact sport. We don't consume vast quantities of any kind of fuel participating, and as you can see, you can get up above the top of the mountain and fly for hours.
an automatic, and he's a cosmic man, and they will get together. They should know better by now.
Mark Nizer, and competition number 0. I'm just going to fly today. Keep an eye on everybody else.
This is a higher performance glider. It has both single surface and battens and double surface battens. The battens underneath retain the shape of the sail. My name is Susan Peachy. I'm a Hang 2 pilot. I'm free flying this competition. I got into the sport because I've always wanted to fly, and I love to fly. I've been flying about 2 years now, off and on, and it's a great sport.
My name is Dave Boyer, and I've been flying since 1981. And I'm not competing today, but I'm basically here just to have a good time and just join in with the festivities.
And my name is Mark Marriott. I'm one of the members of the Sylmar Hang Gliding Club. Okay, this is the Ball M50 altimeter variometer. When we turn it on, the altitude will register here, and this is your variometer gauge. It's going to tell you how fast you're going up or how fast you're going down, so you know what your rate of climb or descent is, so that you can stay in your bodies of rising air, thermals.
Photos. You need to make turn point photos as well as photographing yourself with this sophisticated pilot's board for today's flight. Anybody want to start? Rich?
Hey.
Somebody else do this.
Oh, how cute that is.
So your photos must be in sequence. They'll be turned in to me at the end of the meet. I'll process the top 5 pilots and return negatives to anybody who wants them returned and leaves me with postage or some way of getting it to them. The turn points have to be photographed from above the turn point, past the turn point, preferably within the wedge of the window. Actually, not preferably. What the photos essentially have to do, I have to be able to unambiguously tell from the photo that you have reached the turn point. If there's any doubt in my mind, I'll say you didn't make it, and so bear that in mind when you take your pictures. Got it? So get the turn point in the photo and be past the turn point. I have turn point photos to pass around if anybody'd like to see them. Sort of turn points, that's what they look like. No, they're not named on the back. I just got them recently. That's the one at trash.
Orientation of the shot?
No, I don't care. Just as long as you're past it.
Was there something on the ground actually right there then?
Yeah,
that direction of that wedge, you have to go past that and look.
Yeah, you need to be looking back at the point of the wedge. The wedge in most cases points in the direction that you're coming from.
Sorry, no boss!
I'm Rome Dodson. I'm press secretary of the Sylmar Hang Gliding Association. 62 years old, and I'll be a wind dummy today so the competition pilots can see how the conditions are like. Okay, clear? Clear, no pressure.
Clear.
Clear. Clear. Launch.
Yeehaw!
My name is Bodie Kroll, and this is one of my key pieces of safety equipment. This is the handle to my hand-deployed parachute, and God forbid should it be necessary, in an emergency I can rip this cord and throw it free of the glider, and this would yank the parachute out, and the parachute is attached by this green cord from me to the glider when I'm hooked in, so it actually would take me and the hang glider down together. So that's something we always fly with.
Okay, clear.
My name is George Stebbins. I've been hang gliding for about 9 years. I got into it one day. I was riding down the bike path at the beach and I saw these people flying down the hill and decided it looked like a lot of fun. And after the first lesson, I bought a glider. It was that much fun. So it's nothing like it.
It's great.
My name is Rob Richardson. I'm the 1991 Sylmar Hang Gliding Association Club President. And I'm flying in the competition, not as a major contender, but basically as a way to learn something, have some fun, and make sure that the contest is proceeding according to club rules. The purpose of this particular weekend is, well, the Scott Challenge. Is that what the purpose of the Scott Challenge is? As a memoriam to the Jeff Scott, who died of cancer. Let's see, it would be about 4 years ago at this point. He was a very good pilot, and he's sorely missed. And it's an annual event that is in his memory. And this year we are donating 50% of the proceeds to the American Cancer Society in his name.
Hi, my name is Ruven, and I've been flying for 1.5 years now, quite often. And the way I got into the sport was by just coming down here and looking at people flying, and by finding out that you can not only launch and land, you can spend some time in the air. I was really intrigued by that you can just spend a lot of time in the air without any motorized device.
Trying to figure out a way out.
It's basically how I got started with hang gliding.
What kind of feeling do you get?
Well, a certain sense of freedom, which you have to work hard for it, though. by getting good skills and traveling from place to place. That's the ultimate that I see in hang gliding. Just doing whatever the birds are doing with the lesser means.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Ron Willoughby. I'm doing a pre-flight here for my hang glider. This particular instrument is a variometer. It tells me whether I'm in lift or whether I'm in sync. It has an audio on it, which beeps, lets me know that I'm in lift. It don't tell me whether I'm in sync, but you don't have to because it does not beep anymore. And that's a great help in thermaling with these hang gliders. So at this moment here, the process I am into is like a pre-flight. This is a prelude to the launch. And so we kind of take our time doing this so we won't forget anything, like maybe a hang wire or something like that. We're very cautious about this. I got into this hang gliding stuff because I've been wanting to for a lot of years, and I'm glad I waited at this point here, because these hang gliders have come a long ways in the technology, and they're a lot more forgiving than the old bigger, cumbersome gliders, but they worked well then also. But these are much better. They're smaller, a lot lighter. A lot of the women are flying them now. A lot of great pilots. And I've been flying them for now 2 years, and I'm really having a ball. So I'm more or less still in my learning stages, you know. And most important is, like, again, I'll stress that point: the pre-flights, launch, and landings. And we do have a safety backup. We do wear a parachute, and if you're wise, you wear these knee pads too. And they're all to protect your body, because sometimes you don't always make a great landing, but we do the best we can. We have a helmet. I have another instrument here, which is an altimeter, which tells me where I'm at in the sky, what height and that just about kind of sums that part of it up. And are there any more questions?
Okay, I'm Ron Young. And what do you want to know?
Where you're from? That's fine.
I'm from. I'm living in San Dimas, and I've been flying for about 17 years. And I'm here for a fun meet, basically, and do some aerobatics after the meet's over. I compete in aerobatics more than I do in this kind of competition.
Which is?
This kind of competition, you mean?
Yes.
This is more of a pylon racing, cross-country kind of competition, and requires a lot of time, a lot of prep.
All right.
What is this? Fireworks?
Yeah. Whoa! That was entertaining. Got scared.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think he's been yet. Gotta do it under the bridge.
Earlier, they put speed on my bass too. He came through here.
Tell me he's not that.
No.
It's
gonna do a wing over. I'm gonna say. Oh, he does that. He's got a little rocket engine on the back.
That's propelled. But I'm wondering what the neighbors are doing. Are they calling the police right now? Thinking, he's out of control.
He's on fire. There's a going to fire in Sylmar.
Get the extinguisher.
And now a word from our sponsor. That's right, folks. You can get real video here. Not the imitation. Stand well, Mark first. Freestyle Ricky Duncan.
Wait. Click on my phone.
Kiss. All right. What'd you think of that routine I did?
Well, I wasn't a competitor today, just flying for fun.
Made goal.
Made goal.
Yeah, made goal. Anytime you make goal, you're in gravy.
That's it. Excellent. It's great.
It was a fun flight. I wish you would have called a further cross-country task. I think it would have been fun.
Glad to be on the ground.
Howdy, my name's Richard Brubaker. You missed the best part. Coming in, I was headed towards a spot. I always whack. Mild crash. When I go for this spot, thought I'd turn a hard right turn. No. Skid, boink. Nothing hurt, but it was exciting. I wish I got on film.
Exciting. Fun. I'm glad everybody's safe. What else can I say?
What a great day. Came in low, but made it. Came across those foothills over there about 100 feet up. But made it. I was following Kevin. I figure he hasn't flown in about a year, so he'd be the person to follow.
Well, one comment is it's not over yet. We got 2 competitors to go. And on the spot landing. Well, sometimes you get lucky. I